as baseball fans, we need to make sure that we appreciate everything that we witness on a daily basis, because we have never seen this before. Just when we thought Shohei Ohtani couldn't get any better at baseball, just when we thought he's reached his peak as a player, he keeps getting better and better. So we'll break that down and much more in this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. What's up, everybody? Welcome into 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, and today we're going to be discussing Shohei Ohtani, who has just been unbelievable this season with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And even though he isn't pitching, he has made strides in other areas of his game to become arguably the best player in the game today. And when he is back on the mound and healthy, he's going to prove to us yet again why he's a once-in-a-generation player, why he's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of player, because we've never seen a guy make the impact that he does on a daily basis. And I know that Aaron Judge is fantastic and the power numbers are gaudy, but he does not have a sub-3 ERA on the mound. And I guarantee you that Shohei is going to get back to that marker there next season. But make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. It means a ton to me. And give me your thoughts on the season that Shohei Ohtani is having in his first year in Los Angeles as a Dodger. But let's get into it right here. And I want to take a look at these stats. So stolen bases number 45 and 46 for Shohei Ohtani. He's just 4 stolen bases and 6 home runs from the first 50-50 season in MLB history. Let that sink in, people. That is not a typo right there by the MLB Twitter page. Shohei is truly that close to getting to that mark, and he's still got quite a runway to do it. Now, if we do the math here, they still have 24 games left. 24 games left in the season. So he still has ample time to do this. 24 games left to hit 6 more home runs and steal 4 more bases. Now, I don't know about you guys. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he's going to go out and accomplish this feat pretty comfortably. And we have never seen that before, a 50-50 season. And I'm going to put my legacy on the line right here. He is going to go out and accomplish that within the next 3 weeks, I'd say, with a little bit of room to spare. Now, the 55, that might be a bit of a stretch, but who knows? The way that he's performed this year with the Dodgers cannot be understated. And I just cannot believe that the guy who is having the greatest batting season for the Dodgers ever is going to be on the mound pitching next year. Shohei is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. Glad he's in LA proper now. Now, that's kind of a disrespectful tweet because he has been in California for his entire major league career, and let's not disrespect the Angels, even though they are one of the more dysfunctional franchises. They were able to land the big fish, and they were able to pair him alongside Mike Trout, and they tried to make moves, but Trout couldn't stay on the field, he couldn't stay healthy, and that didn't materialize into any playoff success. So even though it didn't work out for him in Los Angeles from a team perspective, it got him the largest contract in North American pro sports history because of his play and because of the opportunities that the Angels provided to him. And I'm sure if he didn't go to the Angels, other teams would have not given him the same opportunity to pitch and to hit, despite his immense talent. And that is something that he definitely held near and dear to his heart. He wanted to be able to do both of those things, and the Angels offered him carte blanche. They said, go ahead and do what you want to do, and we're just going to be along for the ride. And luckily for baseball fans everywhere, he was able to become the Babe Ruth of this generation, and even steps above that. Babe Ruth never stole bases like this. He never hit home runs at the clip that Ohtani is hitting them, and he never, had that nasty strikeout stuff on the mound either. So no disrespect to Babe Ruth, but Shohei is the greatest baseball player that has probably ever lived, talent-wise. He still has a lot to accomplish in terms of team success and individual success as well to catch some other people. But what he is doing is just truly fantastic, and it's about time we start appreciating it. Whether you're a Padres fan, whether you are a fan of the Angels, I'm sure we can all come together and appreciate how great Shohei Ohtani is. And it's very impressive to watch. There's just no other way to put it. So if we take a look at yesterday's stats, Shohei Ohtani 44th, 45th, and 46th stolen bases. Freddie Freeman had 2 home runs last night. Teoscar Hernandez went 5 for 5 and was a home run shy of the cycle. And the Dodgers basically ended any doubt from anybody that they would win the National League West Division, because they are now, if we take a look, they are now 5 games ahead of the San Diego Padres. They are now 6 games ahead of the Arizona Diamondbacks after taking 3 out of 4 from them over the weekend. Now, this is a pretty considerable margin considering that there are 24 games left in the season, and they basically sealed it. They basically sealed it this weekend. I believe they have one more series left against the San Diego Padres, and you all know how I feel about the Padres. I've been very vocal on them being the team that I think is going to win the World Series, and I still feel that way. But having Shohei Ohtani on your team in the playoffs, and we saw how good he was in the big moments in the World Baseball Classic. Like, this is a guy that can carry you to team success. But it's the other guys. Mookie Betts was not good in the last playoff run. Neither was Freddie Freeman, and that ended up being a early exit in the NLDS against the Arizona Diamondbacks, who ended up going to the World Series and falling in 6 games. Now, we've seen Ohtani do great things individually, but we've never seen it at this level because he's always kind of had to preserve his body for pitching. Therefore, the stolen base numbers were not exactly where they needed to be, but he's really showing how valuable he is as a base runner this season. And I think that's been the most impressive aspect of his game, because we know about the power and we know that the OPS is going to be at 1 or right around that marker. So, like, he had nothing else left to prove with the bat, and he's honestly having his best offensive season, or one of his best offensive seasons now. And the stolen base numbers, because he's not pitching, because he's just a DH, and he can run the bases, and he can basically run wild out there and not have to worry about going back out in the next inning and pitching, that's allowed baseball fans to witness history and to watch a guy accomplish the first ever 50-50 season in Major League Baseball history. And he's going to do it. He's going to do it. There is no doubt in my mind. I know he's at 46 stolen bases and 44 home runs right now, but he's got 24 games left to hit 6 home runs and to steal 4 more bases. So it's not going to come as a shock to anybody if he hits that marker, but just having those round numbers attached to your name, you are etched in history forever. I think that is the most impressive thing that Ohtani has done this year. It's just be a menace on the base paths, and he's showing how valuable he can be as just an offensive player. And that $700 million contract is worth it, even if he never throws another pitch for the Los Angeles Dodgers. But I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll be back in the rotation next year. He's already started to throw off a mound, so he's progressing very well, actually, and he's headed in the right direction. Now, will he be able to be a starter for the entirety of that contract? I'm not so certain, but he's the greatest baseball player that I've ever seen with my 2 eyes. So I'm never going to doubt this guy for a second. And I would not be shocked if he's able to be this productive for the remainder of his contract with the Dodgers. I would also not be shocked if he becomes a reliever and he turns into the best closer in baseball, because his stuff is just nasty and you can let him hit for 8-9 innings and then he can go out there and close out the game for you. Like, that's a real possibility as well, and I think that just adds an extra layer of value to what Shohei Ohtani provides. But it's been so impressive to watch him. I can't wait to see him finally hit the 50-50 mark and put all doubt away. Like, I have no doubts. I don't know if any fans out there have some doubts that he'll be able to accomplish it, but if he can stay on the field for the next 24 games, I mean, it's just inevitable at this point. But that'll wrap it up for this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Thank you guys so much for making it this far. Really appreciate the support. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. Give me your thoughts on the Shohei Ohtani madness that we have been seeing. It's truly exceptional, and he's He's very impressive. There's no other way to put it. But shout out to Shohei Ohtani and shout out to Baseball Town as well. Huge supporter of this channel. Check them out. Whether you're in Ottawa, whether you're in Quebec, you can check out their 3 locations or visit the website, baseballtown.ca. They're your one-stop shop for all things baseball and softball, whether it's bats, gloves, batting gloves, cleats. They got you covered. The best equipment at the most competitive prices. So check them out today, and I will see you tomorrow.